Welcome back. The news in details. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received a phone call from his Palestinian counterpart Mahmoud Abbas congratulating him on winning a new presidential term. Abbas wished President al-Sisi sincere success in leading Egypt and preserving the interests of the Arab nation, and hailed the president's constant support for the Palestinian people. For his part, the head of state thanked the Palestinian president and affirmed Egypt's keenness to protect the Palestinians and reach a just and comprehensive settlement of the Palestinian cause. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi addressed the nation on Monday after the results of the presidential elections that showed him victorious by more than 89%. President al-Sisi expressed appreciation for all citizens who had participated in the elections and thanked all the candidates as well, saying that their positive engagement in the electoral process sets a unique democratic example before the entire world. The head of state renewed his vow to continue building the new republic and going forward for a better future that provides a decent life to all Egyptians. The president also praised the efforts of the armed forces who secured the polling stations and the judges who supervised the elections in leading this decisive event to success. The National Election Authority on Monday declared President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi as the winner of the 2024 presidential elections. The president secured 89.6% of valid votes, while head of the Al-Wafd party, Abdel Yamama, secured 1.9% of the votes. Head of the Egyptian Democratic Party, Farid Zahran, secured 4% of the votes, and head of the People's Republican Party, Hazem Omar, secured 4.5% of the votes. The presidential elections witnessed unprecedented turnout of 66.8%, with no breaches reported.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi was declared on Monday as the outright winner of the 2024 presidential election. Contesting the election, which took place inside Egypt from October 10th to October 12th, were incumbent President, head of Al-Wafd party, Abdel Yamama, head of the Egyptian Democratic Party, Farid Zahran, and head of the People's Republican Party, Hazem Omar. Shortly after the National Election Authority's announcement, local and international greetings poured on the president, where thousands of citizens thronged on key roads and squares to celebrate his win. Meanwhile, senior statesmen, including Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli, Minister of Interior, Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Senate Speaker, Al-Azhar Grand Imam, Mufti of the Republic and the Coptic Church, as well as head of the National Media Authority and the Armed Forces, sent greeting cables to President Sisi over his victory in the elections. Similar greetings were extended from the Arab League, the Arab Parliament, along with the United Arab Emirates President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, and Jordanian King Abdullah II to the head of state over his election win. The Arab leaders wished all success to President Sisi with new achievements for Egypt during his new 6-year term, in light of the deeply rooted ties binding their countries with Egypt. They held the Egyptians' awareness of the comprehensive development conducted in their country under the wise leadership, which helped Egypt restore its leading status on the Arab, regional, and international levels.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received on Monday a phone call from the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres on the latest developments in the Gaza Strip. The president reviewed Egypt's intensified efforts for reaching a permanent ceasefire agreement to halt fighting and access sufficient humanitarian aid into the war-torn Strip. President al-Sisi warned of the grave humanitarian and security consequences of ongoing escalation on the region's stability, calling on the international community to shoulder its responsibility for implementing relevant international resolutions. The UN chief, meanwhile, lauded the Egyptian efforts for halting bloodshed in the besieged enclave and reiterated his keenness to continue coordination with Egypt to find a way out of the current crisis and restore stability and security to the region. Welcome back. In the economic news, Egypt's stock market indices collectively went up in the trading session on Monday after selective purchasing operations by local and foreign investment funds, reaching high rates and exceeding profit-making selling operations by local investors and Arab investment funds. So the benchmark EGX 30 index jumped by 2.19%. The EGX 70 index for small and medium businesses also gained 0.69%. And the broader EGX 100 index also rose by 1.09%. Meanwhile, the market capital of listed companies gained 29 billion Egyptian pounds to close at 1,711 billion amid transactions of about 11.8 billion pounds.